Happy Friday, everybody. Max here with your fix of gaming news. Coming up, the next Yakuza game actually leaked 6 months ago, but it seemed too weird to be real, and today we got an official announcement. God of War Ragnarok's PC players are not happy about that PSN requirement, and we got some insight into when Silent Hill 2's remake might come to other consoles besides PS5. Let's get into it. This morning, Sega and RGG Studios announced next year's installment in the Like a Dragon / Yakuza franchise, and I don't think this was on anyone's bingo card. The official title is Like a Dragon: Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. An announcement trailer was revealed during the RGG Summit that gives a little more insight to the extremely self-explanatory title. Longtime fan-favorite character Goro Majima will be the main protagonist, and the game will revolve around him waking up on a beach with amnesia and shortly thereafter becoming captain of a pirate ship, as one does. It's all set in present day, and the trailer references the events of this year's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which also took place partially in Hawaii. While that last installment's combat was turn-based and had players controlling a whole party, the combat in Pirate Yakuza will be real-time and looks to be more about swashbuckling than the usual beat-em-up action in previous games. Majima was previously playable in Yakuza 0, and then his moveset was considerably faster and more agile than that of mainline protagonist Kazuma Kiryu, so it'll be interesting to see how they shake things up for pirate fighting. The Like a Dragon series has never been completely serious, but it's become increasingly over-the-top and comically absurd in later installments. The only thing funnier than the fact that Pirate Yakuza is a real game is that details about it got leaked on a message board way back in May, and it sounded so ridiculous that nobody took it seriously. Shared by Twitter user 2DCrypto, an anonymous post dated May 14th revealed that RGG Studios' next project was codenamed Madlantis and describes pretty much everything that the trailer sets up. Some other details, which keep in mind are still unconfirmed, that the post talks about include Yakuza tattoos being the key to Majima recovering his memory, and that earlier events from the series will be revisited from Majima's perspective, which will undoubtedly be kinda crazy. The post also suggests that management was debating giving the subtitle of Gaiden, like last year's Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. That was a side story set between the events of the confusingly titled 7th mainline installment Yakuza: Like a Dragon, and this year's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Gaiden was a smaller scale story, and it sounds like Pirate Yakuza will follow suit. But, with more pirates and stuff. We'll hopefully get more details about Like a Dragon: Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I still can't believe that's the real title, but it's slated for a February 28th release next year on PC and all the Xboxes and PlayStations. God of War Ragnarok finally came to PC yesterday. While the game itself was almost unanimously praised when it launched on consoles and the port itself seemed to be technically sound, it is getting bombarded with negative reviews on Steam. The reason? Sony's requirements that players have a PlayStation Network account. What's the big deal, you ask? Well, as one review points out, quote, for UK residents at least, it requires submitting a mobile phone number to verify your age, just to start with. And if that fails, which it did, no texts were ever received, your only recourse is to submit a photograph of your face or a government-issue ID to a third-party website. If you're happy with that, go right ahead. Another review bluntly states, yeah, I'm not linking my account to PSN, especially for a single-player game, and then proceeds to list all the times that Sony had a data breach. This policy, which was rolled out earlier this year, has already turned PC players off of some of Sony's other PC releases, including Helldivers 2, which probably wouldn't have been as much of a hit if the policy had been in place when it launched. It was one of the many factors that led to Concord being a disastrous flop, and by some stretch of the imagination, you can see how a PSN account might be necessary for PC games that have cross-play with PlayStation, but having be mandatory for single-player games like God of War Ragnarok or Ghost of Tsushima or Horizon Zero Dawn is just baffling. Anyway, for what it's worth, God of War Ragnarok is out now on PC. And finally, one of the biggest PS5 console exclusives dropping this year is the long-awaited remake of Silent Hill 2. It'll also be launching on PC. Don't worry, Sony's not publishing. You probably won't need a PSN account. And while it was always assumed it was eventually coming to other platforms, now we might actually have some info about when that's going to happen. Spotted by Eurogamer, a new trailer released on the PlayStation YouTube notes that Silent Hill 2 won't launch on, quote, other formats until October 8th, 2025 at the earliest. So if you're hoping to play it on Xbox Series, or who knows, maybe even a next-gen Nintendo Switch, you gotta wait at least a year from next month. We've seen other console exclusives arrive much sooner than that in the past. For instance, coming up, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is going to hit Xbox Series and PC in December, and it's expected to make its way to PS5 sometime in spring. So it's a drag that it's a longer wait for any Xbox fans who want to play Silent Hill, but hey, survival horror is probably better suited for spooky season and dismal winter nights anyway. That is your fix for September 20th, 2024. If you want to look ahead at all the games dropping in October, keep an eye out for October's biggest game releases from hell. That's a video that drops tomorrow on IGN and YouTube, written and hosted by yours truly. And of course, for all of your gaming news, you are already in the right place, IGN. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend.